Carolyn Doobie here. What's the play for today? Well, today I'm going to be making some holiday cards, and my inspiration for it is completely and totally this sweater. The tree on this got me thinking about all the various gel printed papers and pattern papers that I have, and I thought, what a fun way to put together some colorful Christmas cards. Well, I've grabbed a stack of various prints that I've got. Some of them I like, some of them are kind of some of them, well, in the middle. Basically, it really doesn't matter about the big print on them. What I'm looking for are the little details. Now, I'm going to be making this Christmas card with a very, very intricate and delicate shape. This is just going to be absolute precision cutting about to happen to make the base of this card. Since it is going to be a Christmas tree, it is the very, very challenging triangle. Yes, indeed, no careful measuring here. I just cut a triangle. Now, this video is all about oopsies. An oops to me is an outstanding opportunity presenting suddenly, and I just made one here, but you'll see where it comes into play near the end of the video. Next thing I want to do is make some strips or layers of color to go on this. So I am just going to simply cut off different strips of paper from these, and of course I've got a white tree there on a white background. For once, the background on my video is absolutely clean, and I would kind of like it to be messy so you can see that triangle happening there. But oops, it's actually clean right now. So you're just going to have to keep in mind there's a triangle there that I'm putting these strips on top of. And it does look like I am very carefully measuring out the width and all the different dimensions of these strips of paper. Yeah, no, none of that going on. It's just me cutting some strips. They are going to be larger or longer than the actual tree. That's okay, because I want to take the easy way of doing this, not some complex cutting kind of way. And by the way, I have full sheets of prints here, but really I could have done this with little itty bitty scraps because it does not take much paper to make one of these Christmas trees this way. Now, all of these prints were made through gel printing, and if you're not familiar with gel printing, it is a wonderfully addictive, fun way to make colorful, vibrant prints with pattern and texture very, very quickly. And it's called mono printing because once you put the paint on there, you can only take one print that's exactly like that. It's kind of like snowflakes. No two are ever alike. And with words, it's kind of hard to explain exactly how it all works, so never fear, I've got lots of gel printing videos, and I'll have a link down below. That way you can check out any of those if you're curious about learning more about gel printing. And I'm not really a traditional red and green kind of Christmas person. I mean, that's all wonderful, and I like it a little bit, but I love anytime I can use something that involves the entire rainbow when celebrating the season. So that's why I'm bringing in any color that I want for this. I'm not being picky at all. Well, now it's time to glue this stuff down. I'm going to grab some gel medium and spread it right onto that fancy triangle that is the base of my tree. I'm using any old regular gel medium. You can use glue stick, whatever you've got as a glue, put that on there. And then with utter precision, I am lining up these strips. By the way, no precision. I'm just kind of moving stuff around. And because the gel medium's nice and wet, things can wiggle around. And if I need to, things can still be adjusted, moved. That one kind of wrinkled up. No big deal. I just move it and flatten it back out. Very loose, very free form. Even though I'd kind of mapped out what I was going to do in what order, it doesn't mean that I have to stick to it. And that's a good thing for me because when I have a plan, I have a really hard time actually following it precisely. Now, how much gel medium am I going to put on here? Whatever I need to make stuff stick. And you can see if I decide a piece of paper is too wide, I just cut it. It's very, very forgiving with this, and I'm going to keep going all the way until everything is glued down. And then I'm going to peel off the tree from the deli paper that I have back there. Now, I put deli paper down there to act kind of like a little piece of wax paper so that it wouldn't stick too much to the surface that I was working on, because you saw that I was not very careful at all in how I was cutting, or not cutting, I wasn't careful in that either, but how I was gluing these down. And of course, I came up short. I didn't have enough pieces. I thought I did. Oops. But is that a big deal? Nah. I've got all this paper around me, all this pattern and color. I'm just going to keep cutting stuff off until I get it all filled in. Well, now I'm putting the last little bit at the top of the tree that's going to stick way over the edge, but that's okay. Peeling it up one last time, and now it is ready for me to trim the tree. Doesn't mean put fancy ornaments on it. It means literally grab the scissors and trim off the edges. And all of a sudden it's going to look like I was all precise and careful about this when we both know the truth. Well, now I'm just going to put this right on top of the card. These are the cards that I had. Oops, the tree's a little too big for that. Now I could have cut down my tree, but I really like this tree, so I decided I'll just grab a bigger card blank. So now my tree fits on my card. Maybe I should have thought about the size that I was cutting it when I started. Nah, I'll just call it an oops for that one. And the hot pink tree trunk will keep it from floating mid-air here. Gotta have something to anchor it to the card, right? And then I'm gonna glue it together. Now one could actually glue the trunk onto the tree and then put it down, but no, for some reason I decided tree first and then trunk. And there we have more proof as to why I'll never be a surgeon, because I don't always follow things in the order that makes the most sense. Well, this card is all finished and ready to go now, but that doesn't mean the play has to end here. I've got lots more fun happening over on the blog at acolorfuljourney.com, including my newsletter with a free downloadable waiting for you, and also a free workshop called Permission to Play. Of course, there are also lots and lots of videos waiting for you too. Thanks so much for letting me be a part of your colorful journey.